Have you ever wondered why God seems silent when you're desperate for answers? Why the breakthrough hasn't come? Why the prayer feels unanswered? You're trying to trust, but the waiting hurts. You keep asking, God, when? But here's a truth that never changes. God is never late. His timing is perfect. Not always fast, not always easy, but always right. And maybe, just maybe, what feels like delay is actually divine preparation. We all like to feel in control, to have a plan, to know what's next. But when things start falling apart, when doors don't open, when prayers go unanswered, we try to hold on tighter. Fear makes us grasp for control, as if our grip could fix what only God can heal. We say we trust Him, but we rush ahead. We worry, we strive, and we wonder why peace feels so far away. Sometimes, the reason we're overwhelmed isn't because God is distant, but because we've refused to let go. Letting go isn't weakness, it's worship. It's saying, God, I don't have to understand everything. I just have to trust you. No one likes waiting, but in the Bible, some of God's greatest moves came only after long, difficult seasons of delay. Take Abraham. God promised him a child, but he waited decades. And yes, he tried to take things into his own hands. Still, God was faithful. In his time, not Abraham's. Then there's Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, thrown in a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and locked in prison for years. But God didn't forget him. He was preparing him for leadership, for restoration, for purpose. And when the time was right, Joseph was lifted up, not a second too early. Even Jesus waited 30 quiet years before 3 years of ministry. Even the Son of God didn't rush God's timing. Each story shows us something. Waiting isn't wasted. It's where faith is forged. Waiting doesn't mean God has forgotten you. It often means He's forming you. What looks like silence might actually be preparation. God works in the unseen, shaping your heart, building your strength, teaching you to depend on Him before He releases the answer. David wasn't crowned king the day he was anointed. Moses didn't lead the people the moment he left Egypt. Even Paul spent years in the background before preaching to nations. We live in a world that values speed, but God values depth. So while you're waiting, He's working inside you, around you, and ahead of you. Letting go isn't giving up. It's giving it to God. It's saying, I trust you more than I trust my own timeline. It's choosing to rest when everything in you wants to strive, to worship when everything in you wants to worry. Surrender is where faith breathes. It's not always a big, dramatic moment. Sometimes it's a quiet, whispered prayer in a room no one else sees. Letting go won't make everything easy, but it will make everything possible. because it puts the outcome back in God's hands where it belongs. You may feel forgotten, but God has never lost sight of you. You may feel stuck, but He's still writing your story. The delay is not your denial. It's part of a greater design that you just can't see yet. God's timing is perfect. It's not always comfortable, it's rarely predictable, but it is always good. So rest in this truth. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to force the outcome. You just have to follow, one surrendered step at a time. Trust the hands that hold your future. They have never dropped a single promise. And if you've ever struggled with waiting, if you've wondered whether God is still working, I invite you to share your heart. Comment below, "I'm waiting, but I'm trusting Him." Whether it's for healing, direction, or breakthrough, let's stand together in faith. Your words might encourage someone else who's waiting too. You're not alone. You're not late. You're simply right on time for His perfect plan. Thank you for spending this time with us. If this message spoke to your heart, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Someone out there might need to hear these words, and together, we can help bring hope to their waiting. Let's keep walking this journey of faith together, one surrendered step at a time. We'll see you in the next video.